Hi everyone, welcome to Scribble Time with Panda. I'm your host Nolan, and today we're going to be sketching X-Men pandas. Or X-Pandas, I guess. Anyways, let's get going, and we'll feel free to draw along as you would like. Today I'll just be drawing. So if you want to follow along, X-Men is a comic series that I followed for a little bit, mostly through the TV show. I will admit, my fandom is a bit is not quite as pure, but we can go through and work through it. So I remember though it was a big inspiration just seeing a diverse array of characters all contributing towards a common goal. And when I was thinking about it, about what the topic for today was, I was trying to decide what are the things, or what's the topic that would be wouldn't be on so much the nose with today's news, but just something that I felt like I could that'd be fun for me to draw, but also make me contemplate on all the stuff that's happening right now. This video is going to be seen later on in the future, probably not by a lot of people, but so I want to at least give give myself some time to think about what's happening. So this is going to be more focused on just this video is going to be more focused just on the art itself. So I have a character here. I have a character. Let's see. So first one I'm going to draw Cyclops, because I think he's like the leader. To me, he's always been like the leader of, like, the right hand man of the X-Men. Obviously, Professor Xavier is kind of the leader, but I think in the field he strikes me as kind of the guy who was always in charge. Now I know, like I said, I'm not into the current comics, or I'm not into, so I know a lot has changed, a lot of stuff has been rewritten and so forth. So I know that it may not be in line with the current current lore, I guess, with the comics, but I think it's going to. I just am going to draw what I grew up with, so I'm going to try to enjoy this as much as I can. So hopefully you guys can as well. Excuse me. Let's see. I think one thing I would like to I think there is a bit out there that's a bit of chaos that's kind of going on. So as I'm drawing this, it's more that there's just a lot of turmoil and uncertainty, and I see people are very anxious and wanting to express their opinions and their ideas and so forth. So I guess for me, this is sort of my opportunity to do so, but I don't know if what I have to say necessarily is going to contribute all to the conversation, other than in terms of just the day-to-day thing. I think it's important to just be good to each other. Everyone has their own convictions. Everyone has their own things that they want to do, that they believe in. But I've always stuck by the golden rule, and I've read I was teaching my son about the story of the Good Samaritan, and it's like anybody can help. Anybody can be a good neighbor, because the story of the Good Samaritan all stems from the question, and who is my neighbor? And anybody can be your neighbor. Anybody can be the person that can be your best friend. And so let's not forget that. And the point of this channel is to just show and just to bring something for people to want to bring something that brings some joy and bring some kind of stability, so to speak. And that's why I hope to provide with this, and apologies if I've been a little bit late with some of these uploads, because things have been a bit busy for me here. So thanks for those who have also made orders recently. I am getting to them. It's just that trying to schedule stuff and trying to finish some work has been a bit challenging. So I appreciate your patience. So I just want to put that out there. So if anybody would like to, feel free to just come on, visit punchingpandas.com and visit the store. I am wanting to set up some stuff, some new products, and I'll have to kind of trying to figure out what the timeline is getting those projects out. There certainly are. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how to pose this. I think but yeah. So in short, is to be a good neighbor. I think that's as simple as it can be. Let me see here. And feel free if there's an X-Men character you would like for me to draw, and it could be any type of character you wish to be. I'm going to just go like so. I actually drew these X-Men characters way back in 2015 before Emerald City Comic Con, and I just that's kind of my first idea, was to I should just draw something so that people, it's a comic convention, so let me draw something that people would kind of be familiar with. So I drew these pandas and as X-Men characters and Marvel characters, and DC characters too. So I drew a bunch of them. I used to have them for sale, but no longer do that anymore. But if you are interested in a commission, feel free to please let me know. If you're interested, you can sign up at punchingpandas.com/commissions, and I'll have that available. Just send me an email and I'll get back to you about that. Okay, so as I'm talking about this, I am dilly-dallying on this character here. So I need to just... So you'll hear me kind of get frustrated sometimes whenever I'm drawing, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta just stop noodling around, because that's what I'm doing. And I think sometimes when you're drawing, you just want to... there's a danger in just noodling a little bit and not really getting to the final product. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of gathering my thoughts. So let's get to drawing here. And I think when things feel a little bit more sketchy like this, I tend to like them a little bit better, because I think there's a little bit of energy in the lines that make it feel a little bit, to give it some more life. So I'm just going to be like, because I think if you just sit down, just noodle at something, there's is the potential and the danger for your drawings to look kind of stale and to, you know, for those of you who may not be familiar or may not exactly understand what I'm talking about, there's a certain life to your drawings that it's important to capture, and I think making sure that you don't try to make everything so exact and so precise kind of makes something feel very, you know, can really make your drawing feel like it's alive and has the illusion of life, because and I think part of that comes from just the randomness that sometimes that happens when I'm drawing with you know, with sketchy lines. I think the randomness that happens, I think there's something about it that just relates to us as people visually, because I think it's just. Now, on the other hand, though, having too much randomness, having too much chaos can make a drawing look very messy and disorganized. So the opposite can happen, where you can have too much of something, and so it's important just to be able to, you know, be cognizant and be able to have the skill and the discipline to be able to, you know, take something from your mind and put it onto paper. And it's you know, it is a neat thing, and I think it's just as cool as, you know, you're there's a doctor who has someone who's, you know, who has a patient and they're sick and they need to find a cure for them, and they just do they go through their mind, they explore their creativity. I mean, they go through their mind internally and come out with a diagnosis and cure, or a way of processing to get the final problem. Similarly with engineering, we're all, you know, we use our mind's eye to come up with solutions. And I think art is just a similar way. Sometimes the idea isn't as crystal clear, sometimes it's a bit nebulous, but ultimately it comes into creation. There's a creation process that happens. Okay. Anyways, all right. So that's Cyclops. He wasn't my favorite X-Men. I would say, like, maybe I could draw one of my other favorite ones. I think Wolverine was always my favorite. He just had like a no nonsense attitude. He's like, "Come on, bub." Let's see. Okay, let's do. I like Wolverine. I also like Rogue too. I think Rogue was just. She had a pretty spunky personality. So let me do Rogue. And I'm gonna do like the 90s version, where she's like wearing this jacket, and although I don't know how they're gonna do that in the MCU, because I think the Rogue that I was familiar with in the comics was that she stole powers from Captain Marvel. So I don't know if they're gonna let her do that after they built up Captain Marvel. So now it's like, oh, now we're gonna take her powers. I think it would be cool. I think it would definitely make her interesting, in the sense of, like, you know, when you take away a character's power, who are they really? But I don't think they would do that. I think there's too much writing on the line to make that happen. I know she had like big hair too, which is like, and from the sounds of it, I don't think my son is going to be taking his nap. If that's that thudding you hear, they ain't mice. Although my son is kind of like a mouse at times. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like this big hair. So the thing with hair, it's tricky, but just try to think of it as a big mass. Don't if you're watching this and you're trying to draw hair yourself, I always try to think of hair as like a big object rather as a bunch of individual little strands, because I think it gets a bit overwhelming when you think of it that way, and so it becomes a little bit overwhelming. So when you're trying to look at it as a big mass itself, then it'd be a lot easier, because then you kind of set the boundary for yourself as to where this hair can go and where it doesn't go. And when you do that, then you can then it's like setting up a fence, and then you can control it a lot better once you get a handle on the boundaries. Same goes for other things that, like, I consider stuff like hair and clouds and grass, that sort of thing. Like, they all kind of fit in the same category of things that there is a lot of, but is kind of, and fur too, stuff that there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of one type of thing that you need to make sure that you get a handle of. Like a field of grass, right? Like, the grass isn't going to grow too far. I mean, it grows everywhere, right? But like in your yard, if you're to draw a picture of your of a house with a yard in it, you're not going to have the grass on the roof, or the grass on the inside on top of the house. The grass is clearly defined. So if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll just do this jacket here. And then we're gonna have these black, I think she has these, like, I'm looking at some old reference. Yeah, then she has like the X here in black. Maybe just change this out. It's a very chubby rogue. I don't know, there's something very interesting about these like 90s style designs, because I think there's a boldness to them that I really appreciate. And obviously you can say like, well, they look silly when you like do the whole like Marvel MCU treatment. Like, if you were to take their colors literally, like, it would look kind of strange. But I think that's the beauty of comics. It's like you can have these pretty ridiculous very colorful outfits, but I think it works because you're looking at an abstraction. Okay, so then her outfit's kind of like, she has kind of a belt. Like so. And I'm gonna have her foot down here. She's gonna have like a little knee pad like this. Alright, so there's Rogue. I don't know what the purpose of this belt is, to be honest. I don't think she actually has anything on the belt, but I guess it's supposed to kind of makes things look a little bit. I guess it kind of breaks up the form like of her body versus just gonna cover that up there. All right. Okay, then we're just going to just darken some of this hair out here. So yeah, so these drawings are going to be available on punchingpandas.com/scribbletime. Let me just look up at the chat. Hello, Panda Stop. Stomp. Yes, the belt looks cool, even though there's no real function to it. But that's a lot of things in comics, right? It's like, why does Wolverine have these like pointy things on his head? Okay, so that'll be Rogue, and then this is Wolverine. I always like Wolverine kind of being like in this like hunched over position. He's always like just like a little, I mean, it's such a perfect name. It's like this little bear, miniature ferocious bear. You know, Gambit was also one of my favorite too. Maybe I should draw Gambit next. Okay, so that's where I placed the nose. heat, bub. Let's make these a little bit shorter. Here, I'll just remove those. Something feels weird about this. I think it's... Let me try to figure this out. Boy. He's got big shoulder... He's got little tiny shoulder pads, which is cool. Makes him look like a football player. And then he also has these sharp points on his legs as well, which is gonna be kind of weird because he's got really short, stubby legs. Okay. Feel free if you guys would like to just mention something in the chat, or if you guys want to have any questions for me, I'd be more than happy to answer them to the best of my abilities. Today is Tuesday, so it just feels like a I don't know, normal day. I always feel like there's always a lot of stuff that I need to get done, but not enough hours in the day to do them. There we go. I'm just gonna do like a partial boot thing-ish. I don't know how I would fit this under like a real like if it fit on around the real three-dimensional character. I don't know how it works. I don't know. I would imagine it's something like that. Okay? Alright. We're just gonna go with that. Okay, X. He's gonna have these claw marks. these claw stripes here. Okay. Okay, let's get this fist. Sorry if I'm being a little bit quiet. I'm trying to just focus on this one. Try not to get a tangent going on with this this one shot here. Okay, so I think I got most of it. Okay, it's got his teeth. Let's give him some stubble. I would consider giving him a cigar, but this is a family-friendly channel, so we'll keep it that way. All right, there you go. Okay, Wolverine. All right, let's do one more. How about actually Bishop was pretty cool. Let's do. Let's see. Or Storm. You know, it's been a while since I've done Storm. Maybe I'll do like the 80s version. Yeah, I'll try that. Storm. See if I can get another one in. Maybe I can get Gambit or Nightcrawler. Actually, I don't think I've done Nightcrawler. So she's kind of got like a choke. Let's see, like a choker. Do some. She's like kind of doing some hocus pocus stuff. And she's got her vest. Put this out here. Little bits of lightning. So this little shine here is her boots. All right, so then we got let's add some lightning here. Those are my sound effects. All right, let's do one more. How about, I don't think I've done Nightcrawler, so let's do Nightcrawler. We'll do like the classic one where he's like okay, then we have forgot he has like 3 toes or 2 toes. I think it's 2 toes, right? Move that out there, then be like poof. Okay, so I think that's about it. Just trying to get this one wrapped in the bag. So thanks again, guys, for hanging out. If you guys would like to see more these drawings, feel free to visit punchingpandas.com. Visit punchingpandas.com Scribble Time to get these drawings as free coloring sheets. That's the reason why I drew Nightcrawler here a little bit without the black patches, because I want to let you guys be able to do that for yourselves, because he's also blue too, so you guys can do that. So anyways, really appreciate you guys just hanging out. It was a lot of fun. Oh, Emma Frost. Okay, maybe I can fit one more in there. All right, Tim, you tricked me once, you shall trick me again. I actually got a few minutes, so I think I got another 10 minutes. Emma Frost. So we have our first I'll try to do the PG version here. Is it MF Ross basically an evil Elsa? I don't know, I guess her hair is kind of like, that's kind of an attribute. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, comics doesn't. I mean, they used to have a lore, I suppose, but. Although I heard in the latest ones, she's kind of, well, I guess she's like supposed to be good, but like she kind of acts evil too, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know if this is gonna do her justice. We'll find out. Let's see. I don't know. She kind of looks like someone from Game of Thrones right now. How about we do something a little bit? We could just make it. Yeah, let's take the fluffy stuff off. Yeah. I'm gonna take this off. And then I guess she wears kind of like a something similar to that. Maybe? Is that how it goes? Kind of chubby too. She's got the X pants. So I guess this acts like a cape, right? So maybe it's like. We'll do these little snow things for her. So I always draw like a bunch of try to keep these pretty simple, not too detailed or anything. I don't know. I think I like combine both or two. I combine like two outfits here. Some are seeing. All right, so I'm just gonna do that. There we go. She's wearing. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. So, like I said, feel free to to go check this out. It will be available punchingpandas.com/scribbletime as a coloring sheet. So if you can download this for free. And yeah, so sorry for missing yesterday's stream. Basically, there's just a lot of stuff I need to catch up on. So, but I will be here tomorrow. So feel free just to tune in, set your reminder or notifications, like the video, and subscribe if you like, and really appreciate it. And if there's something you guys would like for me to talk about instead of listening to me tap on my screen or or just hear me breathing in and out, let me know in the comments in the chat. So really appreciate it. So you guys, anyways, you guys be good to each other, right? Be a good neighbor to one another. Stay safe, be smart, and hopefully, we'll see how things go with the next few weeks for us. But just just be good to each other, and we'll see you guys tomorrow here at 2 p.m. Pacific time for Scribble Time. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.